Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. Yesterday, I read an article on the New York Times, and I'm going to read from that article right now and then provide further commentary. In the article, it says, confronting a fierce protest over a second straight year of all white Oscar acting nominations. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences said on Friday that it would make radical changes to its voting requirements, recruiting process, and governing structure with an aim towards increasing the diversity of its membership. The article goes on to say the board said its goal was to double the number of female and minority members by 2020. That's a noble goal. And we have to understand how this came about. It did not happen because the Academy all of a sudden had an epiphany. It didn't happen because all of a sudden the Academy had a change of heart or they developed some compassion towards the African American. It happened because a bold, courageous black actress had the courage to speak out and stand up. And other people had the courage to stand with this sister. People like Spike Lee and others. They had the courage to speak up, speak out, and stand up. They understood what Frederick Douglass said when he said power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did and it never will. They understood this and they manifested with their actions by standing up. And they made a difference. Unlike the naysayers and player haters and contrarians that just shoot down every positive ideas, these people actually stood up and did something to make a difference. So for that, I commend them. I salute them. I respect them. Although that is a positive development, a step in the right direction, it is not enough. And we should not allow that step or that gesture to appease us, to satisfy us, to pacify us. People need to continue to stand up. Now, I just want to take a few minutes to talk to Chris Rock or send out this message to Chris Rock. There comes a time when dignity is more important than a paycheck. Now, some have suggested that you should continue to participate in the Oscars. You should continue to host the Oscars. They basically said it would be a forum for you to speak out and express your views about the lack of diversity in the Oscars and in Hollywood in general. And I will just say this in response to that assertion. Your absence from the Oscars would speak much louder, much clearer, and more eloquently than any joke that you could do as a host of the program. It would speak volumes. It would be powerful. It would have a great impact. By continuing to host the program, you are doing nothing but endorsing the racism of the Oscars. You are associating your brand with a brand that has excluded black people. Don't let those people use you as a pawn, use you as their token Negro of the year, as they have used others. They use black people as buffers against charges of racism so that they can point to that black person, that token, and say, well, we can't be racist. We let a Negro host the Oscars. We have a Negro as the president of the Oscars, so we can't possibly be racist. Don't let these people use you as a pawn like that. They don't mind black people entertaining them, telling jokes and such. They don't mind black people being tokens. They don't mind showcasing and window dressing. But when it comes to the real power, when it comes to who actually receive rewards and awards, they reserve that for white people. And enough is enough. And I encourage the brother Chris Rock to stand with Jada and all these other people who have courage and dignity and self-respect, who have said, to hell with this. If you are going to disrespect us, then we will not participate in your charade.